Welcome back, everybody. Today I have a 15-minute beautiful stretch all the way from Santorini. I hope you enjoy. Okay, we're going to start with your cat stretch. So, in your all four position with a neutral spine, shoulders pulling back and down, chin tucked in, hands are under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Inhale, T zone. Exhale, you're going to round the back up and look down towards your legs. Inhale. Do the opposite with your spine. Lower the back down towards the ground, keeping your T-zone tight and raising your eyes, but keeping the eyes to the ground. We don't want to hyperextend the neck. That's it. So it's an exhale to round the back up and an inhale to extend the back. Beautiful. Keep that going. Just remember to keep the shoulders pulling back and down. That's it. We're just getting some movement, some mobility through the spine. And like I always remind you, when you're stretching, it's a nice gentle stretch through the muscles. You should never feel any neck, back, hips, or any joint pain. So keep this going. It's an exhale to round the back up and an inhale to lower it. Well done. All right, on to the next exercise. It's wagging the tail. So we're laterally flexing the spine and the side of the body. So inhale, T-zone, make sure you're in a neutral spinal position. Exhale, you're going to shorten the side of the ribs to the hips, making a C shape with your spine. Make sure your ribs are to hips so you're not arching your back. Make sure your shoulders are pulling back and down and your chin is tucked in so the head is in line with the rest of the spine. Good. Keep pulling those shoulders back and down. And you're just shortening the side waist as you stretch, laterally stretch the spine. Excellent work. Keep that going. And if you do not know what I mean by your T-zone, please refer to my Pilates Basics video linked below. So just a few more. Exhale as you laterally stretch. Inhale to come back to center. Beautiful. Okay, stay in that all four position. Now we're going to do rotation of the spine. So thread the needle. Just know it's really important to keep your ribs to hips and T-zone tight so you're not going to hyperextend your back in this position. So inhale, you're going to gently rotate the spine, reaching your arm towards the sky. And exhale, rotate the other way so your hand slides along the ground under your body, just behind the wrist. Now hold this position and you're really going to stretch through the fingers, through the arms, feeling the stretch through the upper back and the back of the shoulders. Okay, push through the other arm now and come back up. And we're going to swap sides. So it's an inhale to open and an exhale to thread the hand under, threading the needle and stretching the upper back and the back of the shoulder. Well done. Keep that going. Now, just try to keep your hips above your knees. I'm noticing my hips are sliding back behind my knees at times. So just note, try to keep your hips above the knees as much as you can. Okay, moving on into the prayer stretch. This stretches the underarms and maybe the lower back if it's tight. So from the all four position, you're just going to sit your bottom back onto your heels, stretch out the arms in front of you and lower the body towards the ground. So inhale, T-zone, exhale, sink a little deeper, really lengthening through the hands and the arms. So let's stay here for a few more breaths. Inhale, T-zone, exhale, sink a little deeper. Beautiful work. Okay, next we have just a neck stretch. So this one you can do standing or kneeling like I'm doing. Just make sure you're tucking your tailbone if you're in the kneeling position. All you're doing is lowering one ear to the shoulder, stretching down the other side of the neck. You can lengthen through your fingers to enhance the stretch. Beautiful. Other side. So remember, inhale, T-zone, exhale, stretch a little further. So just make sure your shoulders are pulling back and down and your chin is tucked in. Good. So you should feel a nice gentle stretch and opening down the side of the neck. You should feel no irritation while doing this. Inhale, T-zone, exhale, stretch a little further. Awesome work. Okay, next we're stretching the hip flexors. So kneeling with one foot forward, we're going to really tuck the tailbone under and then gently lunge forward, stretching down the front of the thigh, the hip flexors. Just really focus on keeping the tailbone tucked, keep the ribs to hips and keep your shoulders back and down. Now the arm of the back leg can also go up, really stretch through your fingertips and then lean over to the side, stretching the side body, keeping the hips nice and square to the ground. Beautiful. So swap sides. So really tuck the tailbone under, T-zone tight, lengthen up through the hands, through the fingers, lunge slightly forward, and you can also stretch over, opening the side body. Again, stretching through the fingertips, lengthening through the arm. So inhale, T-zone, exhale, sink a little deeper, stretching the front of the leg and the side body. Beautiful work. One more breath. Okay, well done. Next we have the mermaid stretch, one of my favorite stretches. So just sitting on your sit bones, trying to keep those hips as square as possible. Have the knees bent to the side, one sole of the foot on the other thigh. Now inhale, lift that outside arm up. Exhale, lean to the side, stretching down the side of the waist. Just to check you're doing this correctly, the feet and the hands should be facing in the same direction. So inhale, lift the arm up, exhale, lean over, hold this position, inhale, T-zone, exhale, stretch a little further. Beautiful, and we do that again. Okay, let's do the other side. Really try to sit up tall through the spine, so you keep that spine in a neutral position. Inhale the arm up, exhale, leaning over. Stretching the side body, you can pop your other hand on the thigh and push that thigh down to enhance the stretch. That is up to you. Inhale, raise the arm up, exhale, lean over. Inhale, T-zone, exhale, stretch a little further. Beautiful work. Just a few more breaths in this mermaid stretch. You are doing amazing. Okay, and that stretch is done. We're going to now go into the roll down stretch. So standing with your feet hip distance apart in a neutral spine, shoulders back and down, T-zone tight. We're going to tuck your chin in and then roll your spine like you're peeling yourself off a wall. So chin first, then upper spine, mid spine, lower spine. Good. Once you're there, let your head hang. Keep your T-zone tight. And then you can pedal one foot out at a time, stretching the back of the legs. So keep your T-zone tight, shoulders pulling back and down, chin tucked in. Now we're going to roll the spine back up one vertebra at a time against that imaginary wall. So tuck your tailbone, then think lower back, mid back, upper back, and head. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to do that again and roll down. Again, nice and slow, until you come to that hanging position, and then you're going to walk your hands out. You may need to bend your knees. Walk your hands out until you get to your high plank position. From there, we're going to pike your bottom up to come into a downward dog to stretch out the back of the legs. Now you may need to bend your knees to keep that neutral spine position so your back isn't rounding. And then in this position, you can walk your legs out one at a time if it feels good. Just really focus on keeping your T-zone tight, keep your heels stretching towards the ground and your shoulders pulling back and down. Okay, from here, come back to the high plank position, and then we're going to bend one knee up so the bottom of the leg is crossing across your mat as perpendicular as possible. So you're trying to get that ankle as close to the hand as possible. Now stretch out that back leg nice and long. You should feel this stretching through that glute of the front leg. This may be enough, but if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can come down onto your elbows or even further with your head on your hands. So inhale, T-zone, exhale, sink a little deeper, trying to lower the hips towards the ground. Just remember, try to keep those hips as square as possible. We have another 30 seconds in this stretch on this side, so relax as much as you can. Obviously, if you need the rest, you can take it whenever you need. Otherwise, inhale, T-zone, exhale, sink your hips a little deeper and a little bit further towards the ground. Just check your shoulders are pulling back and down, your chin is tucked in, you're lengthening out through that back leg. Beautiful. Let's swap sides. So crossing that leg, trying to get your shin as perpendicular to the mat as you can. You can flex the foot back to protect the knee. Really lengthen out through that back leg. Sink your hips towards the ground. You can either stay up on your hands or lower your body onto your elbows or forehead onto the hands. Beautiful. I'll let you relax here. Inhale, T-zone. Exhale, sink a little deeper. You're doing so good. You still have about 30 seconds to go. So see if you can sink a little deeper into the stretch. I hope you love that glute stretch as much as I did. Okay, we are on to the last stretch of this stretch session, and that is the lying torso stretch. You do need a towel or a cushion, or you can roll up your mat if your mat is thicker than mine. You need a thicker mat if you're going to roll it up. You need to support your head so your spine stays in a neutral spine. From here, the top knee is bent with the sole of the foot against that back thigh. With your shoulders stacked and your spine in a neutral position, have your top hand over the bottom hand and then slightly slide it forward. Inhale, you're going to open the arm so it's facing up to the sky. Exhale, rotate the spine and open the chest, stretching the chest, the shoulder, and the spine. Keep your ribs to hips so you're not arching through your back. Keep the shoulders back and down, and keep the chest opening towards the sky. So the eyes are towards the sky, no further. Good. Inhale, arm comes back above the chest. Exhale, close the hands, returning to the starting position. Beautiful. Keep that going. So T-zone tight, shoulders back and down. Inhale, open the arm towards the sky. Exhale, open the chest, lowering the shoulder to the ground. Beautiful. Inhale, arm back to the sky. Exhale, close the hands. Okay, let's swap sides. So same starting position, stretch that back leg long, stack the hips, stack the shoulders, and T-zone tight, shoulders back and down. Slide that top hand slightly past the bottom hand. Inhale, open the arm to the sky. Exhale, rotate the spine, opening the chest, eyes to the ceiling or sky. Inhale, arms straight back to the sky. Exhale, close the hands. Beautiful work. Keep that going. You're doing amazing. I hope you absolutely loved today's stretch session in Santorini. I absolutely did. I would love to hear where you're doing your stretch session from. And if you have any requests for any workout, please feel free to leave a comment below. Just one more of these. So inhale to open the arm towards the sky. Exhale to rotate the spine, lowering the shoulder blade to the ground. Inhale, arm back to center. Exhale to close the hands. Guess what? We are done. I hope you loved today's stretch session as much as I did. I hope your body is feeling amazing and you're ready for the rest of your day. I will see you next time. Bye for now.